you about the freaking game, man. The Leeds game that the kids just interrupted and the referee had to shut it down. I feel there should be more attention paid to crowd control because that game was intense. Like it was when the intensity was rising, and I think we'll have actually won that game. And the kids just, bro, lack of home is a lack of home training. It's just, I guess it's just youthful exorbitance to storm the
Um,
beach that way.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. That was last week, so
Yeah, I was laughing.
yeah. I mean, it's preseason, man. Like you can't take anything seriously. It's
Anything goes.
just getting some action into the boys' legs and making sure everyone is kind of like going into the season with some level of fitness. I think we can see that Carrick tried to incorporate some of the players that came back from the World Cup in the latter stages, like Kobe and Rashford.
Oh,
Um,
I don't think you hear what I asked. Yeah, I
mhm.
was asking about the kids that stormed the pitch.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I heard. I mean,
Gotcha.
what can we say? I mean, it is what it is, man. Like United is in town, people act crazy, man. United is in town, people act crazy. So I think it's just a matter of like, unfortunately, I think the game was just cut what, like 2 3 minutes. Probably had
No,
extra
man.
time.
No, I think it was like 70, man. I actually can't remember
No, it was
exactly,
89th.
but
No, it was 89th
no,
minutes.
18. No, it wasn't. Let's see. It
It was
was. I know
89th
there
minute.
was substantial amount of time left. It
No,
was
I
at
don't think
least.
so. I was actually watching that game. Check and see. I don't have my laptop in front of me. It was like the 89th minute.
Really?
Yeah, it was the 89th minute.
Oh, okay, that's not bad then. Why was I thinking it was?
No, no, they wouldn't do that.
Yeah,
It
okay,
was
that's fine then.
definitely
I
yeah.
literally thought it was like 75 or
No, no,
something.
that's why I was
Like,
like, that's why I was like, why are we talking about this? Yeah, no,
so there was
it's
no there was no extra time though,
no extra time. You
because
just went
I
straight to
remember
PKs.
being locked in. I was no, but what I mean is I remember being locked into the game because at that point we were just assaulting them from every angle and we're building up and we were looking like we are going to score. So I
Yeah,
guess
yeah.
that's why I was disappointed and I thought that we had more time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but preseason is done, man.
yeah. Preseason is done.
Um,
Community Shield is kicking off as we speak.
oh really?
Yeah,
While
RC.
we're recording the pod, then we should definitely be watching the Community Shield.
Mm,
I'm very interested in who wins the first trophy of the season. I'm being sarcastic, by the way, in case
I
you
know,
didn't
right?
notice.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
I watch it.
Absolutely.
I'll watch the replays of the highlights. Watch
Yeah.
the replays of the highlights. Yeah, man. So what do you think about the whole Amarin revenge tour? I felt that people built. I felt that people built up this game with so much um anticipation of getting revenge on Amarin. When I mean, yeah, I wanted to see the game, but to me, it was not about getting revenge on Amarin. He plays in a completely different league. We literally only see
Mhm.
Amorim if we are playing Champions League or Europa League, you know,
Yeah.
or even Conference League. That's the only time that we'll ever see him. So I don't understand why people were so amped up. It was nice to play. It would have been nice to win, but I felt like people put so much angst on the game that um, with us losing 4-2, then there was a lot of like, oh, like, oh, we lost against Amarim, yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, we should be focused on making sure Carrick's system is being implemented properly, rather
Yeah,
than trying to beat Amorim. It's like almost like you dumping your girlfriend or whatever, or if you're a woman dumping your boyfriend or whatever, and then you're like because you could do better, and then and then you're still worried about what she's doing. Like, why are you worried about what she's doing? You you already moved on. You got a new
yeah,
girlfriend, boyfriend. Like, you know, you guys got a new house, new apartment. Like, we're in the Champions League. Like, why are we worrying about Amarin? Like, So to me,
right.
it's just like it got a bit too annoying for people to be so reactive on social media about the loss and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, we're in this era of um, how I put it, outrage, manufactured outrage, and everyone just gets hyped up over, in my opinion, just nonsense, just rubbish.
Yeah, yeah,
Because at the end of the day, unfortunately, things didn't go right for Amorim, but he obviously wanted the best for the club, right?
yeah,
If anything, this was the last fixture that got added to our
yeah, yeah, yeah. It got last. Yeah,
preseason
yeah,
tour, right?
yeah. It
And
was
that came
last.
out when Amorim was saying he recognizes that he made some mistakes in Manchester United. At the same time, he did not have the proper opportunity to tell the fans goodbye,
Goodbye. Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So in
Mm-hmm.
my head, I honestly thought the friendly was even going to be at Old Trafford.
Mm.
Perfect opportunity to say goodbye to the fans properly and all that, but it wasn't. But I'm
Mm-hmm.
guessing he's still. I don't know if you watched the game post
Yeah, I did.
past the final whistle. I'm guessing he probably came on the pitch and waved to the fans or something. Who
Yeah,
knows? Because
yeah.
if he said he wanted to do that, so yeah, I don't
Mm-hmm.
understand the folks saying that you needed to get revenge on him. I
Mm-hmm.
I know that I was not I don't miss him. Let's put it that way, right?
Mm-hmm.
When he was giving the same press conference that I referenced, I was like, it gave me a little bit of PTSD hearing him talking, and I was, oh my goodness,
Yeah,
I'm fine.
I
I'm
think
fine
he's.
with you not being the boss right now.
Yeah, I think he told the Milan fans that the storm is coming. I
Oh
think he
wow,
said the storm is coming. Yeah, I think he said that.
bro, he might be in the wrong profession. I mean,
Mm.
there's wildfires in the UK and a heat wave in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
He should hit up the BBC or Sky to join their weather team.
Yeah, I mean, it was a game that did not. Obviously, we lost the game, but it also highlighted some of the flaws that we know, right? Like left back. Left back, we need
Yeah,
another midfielder. I'm not. I think I'm very confident now to say that Cunha, we cannot play Cunha as a nine. He has to play because he started as a nine, right?
he did. He did. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
before we jump in a deep dive, actually, you want to do the just review the whole preseason campaign period because
yeah. I
I think it's
mean,
been a pretty good one.
yeah, it's been a pretty good one, but we also had a pretty good one in 2014, and then we lost to Swansea with Bengal. Preseason is preseason, man. I don't think you can take much. Like, people were losing their shit when we lost against Wrexham, and then we beat Rosenborg 5-0, right? But it's still Rosenborg,
Wait,
right?
who was losing this shit?
Yeah, people. Yeah, when we
Like,
lost against
come
Wrexham,
on, bro.
so it's just like I don't like people who live on extremes. I think you have to be in the middle. I don't like people who live on extremes. So I think
Yeah,
sometimes the United fan base is just like, to your point, they're so just overreactive. This is a new generation, and the people who are on social media, they're just very overreactive for
yeah,
every for every action. There's a
right.
complete and opposite reaction of extremity. So I
Yeah,
don't I don't really like
yeah,
that. I
yeah. The
think, to your
memes
point,
and
mm, memes, yeah, exactly. Like, everyone wants to get the clicks and stuff like that. I don't really like that.
they're
I
probably
think,
all Russian bots and Arsenal and Liverpool fans, by the way, posting
yeah.
all of that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. So how I feel about the preseason, I think the preseason went as well. It's always difficult to have a preseason after a international tournament like the Euros or the Con
Yeah,
or Copa or AFCON. Well, AFCON is falls in the middle of the season, but um Copa, the World Cup, or the Euros, because you're not getting the full players. The players are coming in staggered, right? So you're gonna have players who didn't make the national team, who have been there from day one. Then you're gonna have players who went and who went out in the first round, and then you have players who made to the final. So it's just gonna be staggering. Not everyone is gonna be coming in. Not everyone, like the team is not going to gel
yeah,
continuously. Everyone is gonna have to play catch up. And then obviously my biggest concern about the preseason is Sesko's injury. He
yeah,
hasn't played any he hasn't played any he hasn't played any preseason games. That's kind of concerning. How bad is this injury? What are they withholding from us? That's kind of my biggest that was my
yeah,
biggest concern about the preseason. Like where's Shesko? Like, like he's AWOL,
yeah.
literally.
Right, right. I totally agree, man. And to your point about how people have been reacting to, I can't believe anyone was pissed off against concerning the Wrexham game. But if you were,
I know, man.
um,
Get your head checked out.
also, hey, this is a good time well, not really. This is a good time to shout out to the new listeners, people that just joined us, the new subscribers. This is the Red Devils District. Like, share, subscribe. We are a DC podcast. We record live from primarily from Washington, D.C. Shout out to the family. Shout out to Red Devils DC. Um, there's a huge possibility too that a lot of people just started supporting United, just started connecting with the English game, the Premier League. So this is a good platform to share how preseason goes. Preseason is honestly just to build up your fitness. That way you don't start the league and you're like 10 steps behind everybody else and you need to walk your way into fitness, or you don't start the league and you get injured during the first game because the intensity is so high, right? And you can see that through the games and even the substitutions, that Carrick is just trying to manage players and build them back into top form.
Mhm.
Same reason why he played the likes of Harry Maguire for 90 minutes. Like
Yeah,
there's a reason why Bruno played 90 minutes too during the AC Milan game. So
yeah,
hey, it is what it is. It is preseason, but where all of that is done now, where the real business starts.
yeah. The business side has starting next week is crazy. Like I said, the community shield is going on right now. So the community shield is normally the canary in the mine that says the season is about to
Yep.
start.
Yeah.
Business
Yeah.
side,
Absolutely.
business side.
To your point, though, we have a handful of senior players that should be starters for the most of it that are just out with unknown status. I'm glad Kobe was on the bench. Excuse me, and he
Mhm.
even played yesterday, right? But
Yeah,
the likes of Sheshko, the likes of the Ligt, um, the likes of Mason Mount, we literally don't know what's up.
yeah. Mason
Where
Mount. I
they're
don't anyone in 2026 that is still um given any credence to Mason Mount's availability for the 2027 season, their head needs to be inspected because you can only project um an activity based on the past. That's the most logical way to go about it, whether it's business, whether it's science or whatever. And since this man has been at Manchester United, he has missed 55% of his games, right? Over 3 or 4
yeah,
seasons. What, 2021, 22, 23, 24. I think he came here in 21. So I don't know why you would think that all of a sudden he would get an Indian summer and be like a model injury free. Yes, some people say, oh well, Dembele at PSG was injury prone when he was at Barcelona, right? But he wasn't injury prone at Borussia, but he was injury prone at Barcelona. Now he's like he's pretty much gone injury free at PSG. However, PSG has been tremendously limiting their players, their top players in their league. I think Dembele only started like 10 games, came off the bench. But getting back to Mason Mount, not to be too sidetracked. This man cannot be relied upon, and I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, but relying on this man is insanity. Thinking that he's gonna like I told you, I've shared my thoughts on him, like, and I feel bad for him because I'm sure he wants to play, but the man has a pelvic issue. He has a pelvic issue. Like as a professional athlete, if you have a pelvic issue, your body will be continuously imbalanced, and you're gonna
Yeah.
be prone to picking up knick-knack injuries, and that's what's happening to him. They said it was precautionary, but to me, like I said in the short, precautionary is when Bruno gets a knock, because Bruno
Yeah.
is built like a tank, right? You
Yeah.
can't use precautionary with 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 Mason Mount. His injury record alone negates using that term precautionary. Something is
Yeah.
wrong. Something is wrong.
I
Like
agree.
it's we shouldn't even we shouldn't even we should move like that man doesn't exist on the team. We
To be
should
very
not
honest,
rely on him. You should not rely
yeah.
on him because you're just gonna set yourself up.
To be fair, and to your point, precautionary, and you did not make it to the last game against Leeds. Number one, you were not
Exactly.
on the bench against AC Milan. So, what kind of that sounds like a very serious injury to me.
Yeah, that's yeah,
And
yeah.
if you've been, to your point, this should be the season that how are you getting injured in preseason and you're if you're out again for another 1 month,
Yeah.
look, we should
Listen,
just
man.
mutually terminate that contract at this point,
Yeah,
man. It's just
yeah, yeah.
it's fucking
Listen, man.
ridiculous. Because
We
at
are
the same
mhm,
time, he still has
mhm.
2 years, like one he still has 2 seasons left on a
Yeah.
150,000 pounds a
250,
week contract. No, 100.
250.
It's 250?
Yeah, 250 per week. Yeah, Mason Mount is
Oof.
250, man.
So that even makes it worse. So 2 years left and you're not playing. I feel
Mhm.
once the league actually gets going, and let's see how like half till January goes. If he keeps getting injured, or if he has another substantial injury where he's out for like 2 months, we should just mutually terminate the contract, man. Give him
Yeah, at
like
those
half
by
6 week, six
by
month
amount.
wages,
Yeah,
and just please, it's too
yeah.
much. It's a waste at this point.
Because the thing is, we can't even sell him. No one's gonna buy him. Not even
Right.
MLS.
Well, even if you
Not even
sell him,
MLS.
it'll be a waste of money because they're gonna buy him for like cheap because they know
Oh yeah,
why you're selling him with.
yeah, like £5 million, £10 million
Right.
at best. At best, no one's gonna buy him. And the thing is, right? What we are in August now. We're in the middle of August.
Yeah.
We are not. We are probably not gonna see Mason Mount until October. Mark my words.
That's
We're not,
just
we're not gonna
ridiculous.
see him until October. Yeah, because normally when he gets a knock, we don't see him for like 2 months.
Well, so if he needs to come back and show folks that the investment was worth it, same way Luke Shaw did. I know
Hmm.
you have Luke Shaw items to discuss later, but
Yeah,
like it or not, Luke Shaw at least came back last season and was
yeah,
stable for the. He played 38
yeah.
games
Of
in the
course, yeah,
Premier League. Like
yeah.
Mason Mount has to pull something like that off. If not, then I'm sorry. This is top flight football here. It's not a charity.
Yeah,
You're
it's
not
not
gonna
charity,
pull
man.
another Phil Jones on us,
Yeah. Oh my
please.
God. I think that's what's happening. I think that's what's
Yeah.
happening. That's what's happening. I mean, I feel sorry for them because I know they really want to give their all to the club and they're not like just sitting and putting up
Right.
wages, but like it's a business. It's not a We're not running an infirmary here. We're not running a
Unfortunately.
hospital or triage center. We're running a football and people. The best ability is availability, and like that's one midfielder down that we cannot rely
Yeah.
upon. And it's because guess what? Right now we don't know. We don't know if Bruno is going to pick up an injury. We don't know if Santos is going to pick up an injury. We don't know. We don't. There's a lot of knowns. There's a lot of known unknowns.
Yeah.
But one thing we do know is we know that Mason Mount is not reliable. you know,
Yeah. No. To
S-
be honest.
so that makes it scary because we don't know what we don't know, but we know that Mason Mount is not reliable. So now, if we lose a midfielder, we're down two. Now we're down two midfielders rather than one. So
Yeah, no, absolutely. And also, you're just occupying space, right? That space, the wages you're being paid.
wages, yeah,
If
yeah,
if you were not there, it would be somebody else, and maybe that
somebody
person
else,
would be more
yeah,
reliable.
yeah,
But let's. I mean, I was going to also talk about players out, just the transfer situation, man. So we have Binders, that's sealed. He's gone.
yeah,
Vitek too is gone to
gone.
Middlesbrough, the other goalkeeper. Then Ethan Williams also. So those are our players out. Do you think we're gonna have, get more players out of the transfer window? I know some of the younger players might end up going on loan or some permanent
Yeah, I think I
sales as
think I
well.
think Amas is gonna go. I think they're gonna sell him. What's his name again? Collier.
Yeah,
I'm 50-50. I'm not sure on that one.
he
What
was
they end
looking
up
kind of
doing.
good during the AC
Yeah,
Milan
yeah,
game.
yeah. He was looking good. He was looking good. He
Yeah,
was looking good. I think he might just make the team. I think the Fletcher boys are gone. I think the Fletcher boys will have to go on loan. Um, I don't think they're as of right now. I don't think they're good enough to solidify a first team appearance. I don't think so. I think it's when you put them on the field, when you put them on the pitch, you see the difference, you know.
yeah,
And I know it's all romantic and stuff like that, and people, it's a Fletcher twins, and obviously their father played at the club and is a coach and coached the senior team
well,
and coaches the under 18s or the under 21s. But this is the business end of football, man. Like, if you can't make the senior team just because your dad played. So
yeah. Nice. Unfortunately, I think it's gonna be tough for them. But hey, it's
yeah,
United, right? If they really have it in them, all right, they'll make it. But the
they'll make
midfield,
it. Yeah,
man, the midfield is
yeah,
stacked.
yeah.
Right?
Midfield
Who
set.
are they
Yeah,
going to replace?
exactly.
I
They're not
mean,
good. Yeah, they haven't
you,
showed anything to replace anyone.
do
They
you
haven't showed
know? Do you
anything
know
to.
where they play? Is if one of them plays defensive midfield, then maybe you get a
Nah,
shot.
nah. I mean, one of them plays for the Scottish team, right? I see them playing defensive midfielder similar to how Scott McTominay played, meaning
Yeah,
that meaning that they're not good enough to, like, Scott McTominay was a box to box. He should have been.
right.
We played him incorrectly. We should have had him crash in the box, and kind of like how, like, Steven Gerrard kind of played,
Yeah,
like, just crashing, up and down, crash, because he has a good shot on him, as you can see from his career so far in Napoli and the goals he scored. But one of his weak points was he wasn't able to counter press. He wasn't able to counter press. He didn't come for the ball, and he can't break the lines. He has no
yeah,
passing range to break the lines, like get the ball um on the half turn, look upfield, crack, unlock the defense by playing through the channels. And that's why our defenders and De Gea got so much pressure in the latter stages of De Gea's career, because, like, McTominay was just hiding. I mean, most of
yeah.
the
He,
most
he
of the times
can.
he was hiding. He wasn't showing for the ball. As a defensive
Right,
midfielder, whether you're a 6 or 8 or in the pivot, you have to show for the ball to release the pressure from the defenders, from the central
right.
defenders.
Also,
Like, you have to show.
also, you should be the
Mhm,
wall in front of the
mhm.
defense. At least
Exactly.
slowing down play, breaking up
Exactly.
play,
Exactly.
pushing
Exactly.
pushing the attack at bay until you
Yeah.
can't. Then the defense
Yeah.
steps in. But it's such a hard role to play, man.
Oh, it's
Like
difficult,
there's
bro. It's
just a
difficult.
handful of
Oh
folks that
yeah,
can
it's
play
hard,
it.
bro. Like, yeah, like,
Uh,
it's people act like if it's yo, that and wingback is the hardest roles to play, man. Like, it's hard. Like, those are very technical, specialized players. That's why you have like the Claude Makeleles of the world, the Contes, the
Yeah.
Busquets. Very few. The Xavis, Iniestas, like very few
The Roy
players
Keens.
who can
Yeah.
Roy Keens who can play that role.
I mean, even Carrick, right?
Yeah, Carrick, yeah, is a lot of work, man. And that's a good point. That's a good point. Carrick
Yeah.
is a defensive midfielder.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
So
That's, I mean,
he knows what he's looking for. He knows exactly he knows what it takes to play defensive midfielder for Manchester United, you know? So
yeah, that's why, I mean, the signing of Andrey Santos, like, it just makes sense. Same with you. I didn't really know him, right, before he came over, but every game,
mhm,
and he's been consistent through
mhm.
all of the games this preseason. So it's obvious that he's going to start. Like they're
Yeah,
just going to
yeah,
slot him into the Casemiro's
yeah,
place. But he has played every single game and he has
yeah.
performed. He breaks up play. He can read the
Plays.
game pretty well. And he
Yep.
does the same thing Casemiro does, which is when the other team is advancing in terms of attack, he
Mm,
retreats all the way into the defense, maybe even behind the defensive line, and waits
mhm.
for them to step up. And once they do, then he steps out and just
Okay.
blocks the play. It's
Okay.
such
Yeah.
an amazing. But you can only do that if you can read the game pretty
Game.
well.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
the way he turns over possession too, with those
Yeah. He
switching
shoots for the ball.
passes.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
watched him. I watched him intensely because I've only watched the Leeds and the AC Milan game. The other games, I watched the highlights, but I watched the Leeds game and I looked at him in the first 20, 30 minutes specifically, and he was showing for the ball, getting the ball, like you said, on the half turn, turning up and just, keeping the ball ticking. And
Mhm.
and then I think this year with him and Tillemans, I think Bruno is gonna have less assists this year, and I think Bruno will have more goals this year than last season. I think Bruno's goal tally is going to
Yeah.
go up because he's going to get a lot of balls from Tillemans or from
Or
Santos.
Santos, or
Yeah.
even Kobe. Like he has
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he has more options. Yeah,
more
more
support
options.
now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He doesn't have to do all the work. He doesn't
Yeah.
have to do all the work. And my goodness, like I think I know Bryan Mbeumo changing the back to the number 9 position because right now we don't know what's happening to Sesko. But I
That's the
think
point,
Bruno.
though.
Huh?
I'm like, are we ready? Are we ready for this? Oh, you're gonna say Bruno, though.
No, no. I mean, Mbeumo. He
Yeah.
will like he at Brentford. He could play across the front line, left, middle, and right. But so
Yeah.
far, his performances as a false 9, whether they play him as a false 9 or as a true 9, is gonna be because you know what too. They could play him as a false 9, and sometimes him and Bruno can swap.
Exactly.
They can play off each other. And then you have your African
Exactly.
Messi. You have your African Messi on
Hey,
the left.
young Lionel
Yo,
Messi.
yo, those triangles right there, those triangles moving. I'm telling you, man. I told you, Mbamo is gonna have 20 goals in the Premier League,
I
not in
agree.
all cups.
Look, he looks sharp. He
Yeah.
looks he looks he looks
Yep.
focused.
And he
So
lost weight.
it's gonna be a handful for
Mhm.
defenders this season. Like he's ready.
Yeah.
And
And
of
he
course,
lost weight.
he didn't go for any. Oh, he lost weight.
Yeah, he lost weight. He lost weight.
Oh, how did
He lost weight.
how do you guys know all of this stuff, bro?
He lost
Just
weight.
just looking at him,
His
you can
first,
tell.
yeah, from his picture, he looks very lean.
Oh
Looks
yeah.
very lean. Yeah, looks very lean.
He didn't go for the World Cup either, so I'm sure he's been.
Yeah,
Oh, I was about to say that he's been doing like individual training. So
yeah,
you saying he lost weight probably makes sense. So
yeah. Makes sense. Yeah.
he looks really sharp.
No, it
But
looks good. It looks really sharp, man.
do you
Looks
feel
good.
we're
Looks
ready for the season though? Do we still need? I think we still need some signings, man,
Yeah, of
especially
course. Yeah, we need a
after the
midfielder.
AC Milan game. I will get
Yeah,
into the AC Milan game, before we wrap up. But yeah, we need to just do our due diligence. Ineos, show me the money, Ineos. Bring,
yeah.
you
I
know,
think. I think. I felt confident, but then, man, I think we need to get a left back. We need
yeah,
ideally we need to get a left back, and we need to get a midfielder. So a left back, midfielder, and then a center back. Um, Here's why. So looking at that game, I know you and I had a different outlook on Luke Shaw. I think three of the goals came down on the right side, on Luke Shaw's side. I
On the
think
left.
on the, well on the opposition's
Right,
right
got you, got you.
and our left. Here's my issue, right? Um, Luke Shaw doesn't have the legs anymore, so he cannot cheat, meaning that he cannot play a high line and then have the recovery speed to come back. So both him and Harry Maguire can play a high line and have the speed to recover. I mean, Harry Maguire has never been the fastest player. So what that does is that limits the team's ability to press, have a high line
Yeah.
and press in the opposition half, right? As a result, what's gonna happen? What's gonna either happen is that we're gonna have to play a low line and just do counter-attacking football, right?
Mm.
But if we are playing against a low block team, a low which our two compos which our two opponents are gonna be Ipswich and Hull City, they're gonna play a low block. They just came up from the championship. They're just trying to survive.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be playing a low block against those guys. We should be pressing those guys high line and just
Right.
we should be breaking that down. So that's the dilemma when you have a left back and a center back that cannot recover. I
So
think
which
those
is the
two
same
goals.
thing.
Uh,
Yeah, go ahead.
mm, what? No, what you saying?
I think it's the same thing I was saying yesterday too when I was saying they were playing high, which because at
Yeah,
that point the AC game right were chasing the game, so they had to
yeah,
now. I think
exactly.
AC was
Come out
playing a low block
a block. Yeah,
version of that, right? So everything
yeah.
went high, and we couldn't cope at that point. But I'm glad
Mm-hmm,
that Carrick is already thinking about that. Like, all right, when we are in this position, this is the exact response, and this is how
mm-hmm,
we should switch. I will say before you continue to that game, as soon as Drogo got removed, then
mm-hmm.
the left
Rashford.
was it
I
was
know you
too
said,
much
yeah. I know
for
you for
Luke
for
Shaw
for
to
Luke Shaw,
handle.
right? I know you
Yeah,
said you felt that Rashford didn't check the guy, didn't check the
yeah, and
I think check him coming
I think
down.
that's based off
Yeah.
instructions, though. I don't think we've got into the territory of saying Rashford is not tracking back.
Yeah,
Yes,
no, yeah, I don't know. I don't wanna. I mean, that's the
right. I don't
old
think so
story. I
yet.
don't I don't think he'll be that stupid to come back in the first game and
Right,
not
and
track back. Yeah.
yeah, I just think it's based off instructions because
Mm,
the new instructions are like push up, but the whole defense they
yeah.
were not ready for that. The last thing I'll
Yeah.
say also is um, one major thing that I think just exposed the left and the whole defense is I think Amorim, Amorim, Carrick, Carrick was trying to uh, make sure that his players become fit, like the players that are definitely going to start the
Yeah.
next, be in the final 11. So if you noticed, Fernandes played the full 90 minutes. Shaw played
Yeah.
the full 90 minutes. Maguire played the full 90 minutes. Tielemans played the full 90 minutes. I think Cunha didn't play the full 90 minutes, but he
Yeah.
made sure he got a lot of minutes. So I think he was just trying to, make sure that those players get minutes. And at that point, them boys were gassed out. But doesn't
Hmm.
matter. You
Yeah.
lock in 90 minutes now. When the season starts, then we
Yeah.
expect you to be fully fit.
What do you who do you think the center back pairing is gonna be? Heaven and Maguire?
That's a tough. It seems as if because Yoro, if it was going to be Yoro, then he should have played the last game. I think.
Yeah.
I think it's
Yeah.
going to be Heaven and Maguire until Martinez gets fit.
I would definitely start, although I think he's on his last year contract, right? I think they're gonna be giving him a contract by contract, a year by year contract basis. But I think because in the last 2 to 3 years, no, I wouldn't say 2 to 3. In the last 2 years, I think Maguire's goal threat has finally come on at United. Because he was, I mean, they all call him slabhead for a reason, right? And like
Right.
he was a goal threat at Leicester City, but I felt like the first 2 3 years he came at United, we weren't getting any goals from him. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe two. Well, and that's the other thing. It makes sense because like our wingers weren't crossing the ball. They were trying to invert all the time, so he can't get the cross. And then our crossing on dead balls, our corner kicks were shit. But now in the last 2 years, I felt that he has come on strongly as a potential goal threat, even scoring against AC Milan.
Yeah.
So I think he needs to start, and I think him and Heaven. You can't have two. Martinez, you can't have two. Martinez, I know he played a full World Cup campaign, but I think I'm okay with Martinez not starting anymore because I think Martinez, we have to watch him closely. We have to watch his injury record closely. And if he shows any signs of injury, I think we need to sell him once his contract or allow his contract to either go down or we sell him with a year plus on his contract because I know he has that metatarsal injury that he picked up like about 2 years ago. And yeah, he might play for Argentina because of national pride and those guys are very prideful for the country, but I don't think he's gonna put his skin on the line for United playing through injury and all that stuff. So I would start Heaven. I would prioritize going forward. I would prioritize Heaven and Euro's development because those guys are the future.
Mm.
Maguire is on kind of like yeah. Oh, maybe we could get another year out of Maguire. I think Shaw shouldn't even be renewed. I think Shaw should not be offered a contract renewal, not even a yearly contract renewal. Although I heard from the mom's interview, she said that from from Aiden Heaven's mom's interview, she said that Luke Shaw and Maguire have been like kind of like a big bro, like kind of shielding him from the pressure because obviously those guys played in some dark times at United. So
Yeah.
maybe we hold them as mentors, mentors and like understanding the game and because Luke Shaw can read. I'm not shitting on Luke Shaw. He can read the game, but physically he can't offer what he was doing 10 years ago. He just can't do it. So I think I would start with Heaven and
I'll challenge you to that point, but he played
mm,
38 games last season.
yeah, he
So
did.
what
He did. He did.
exactly does, when you say he can't offer that, what exactly do
The
you
only thing,
mean?
the only thing is that, but he doesn't go forward. He doesn't go forward. Like,
What's based off instructions, right? Let's see how many crosses he put in last season.
well, yeah, I mean, we could check. I don't have my laptop in front of me, but I think this year with him going forward, if he can go forward and when I say go forward, I mean like really go forward, like stretch the pitch, go
I
down
see
the
what you're
line,
saying, like
like
Patrick's Evra kind of.
exactly,
Yeah, nah, he
exactly.
doesn't. Has he ever been that player
He
though? I
was, he
guess he
was,
used to be when
he
he was
was, he
before
was
those
before.
injuries, right?
Yeah, before the broken leg, him
Yeah,
and him and Memphis, like I was telling guys in the
yeah,
group, I'm like, yo, Memphis's career at United was directly affected by Luke Shaw breaking his leg.
right.
Before that game, they were building up chemistry. They were building up chemistry. They were something was happening there. No, I'm not shitting on Luke Shaw at all. Luke Shaw is a great player. Like he can read the game, he's really knowledgeable, but he doesn't have the legs, and that's a fact. He doesn't have the legs. He can't run. He can't. And if he goes forward, he cannot. Doesn't have the speed anymore to bomb back. That's it. I mean, that's just we're living in the facts. So I think, hopefully, what the deadline transfer deadline was September the 7th.
Let me
I
look
think
that
it's
up actually.
I think it's September the 7th.
September 1st.
Okay, September 1st. Okay, so 6 days off. Hopefully we can get a left back in, man. Hopefully we can get a left back in. But I think I think
Yeah.
I think that's the only position. The back line is getting me worried, and I don't want to see Delo or Mazzarari playing on the left. I don't want to see
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
It
no.
it
Those
is
days
is
should be
is
over, I think.
is
Yeah,
contradictory. You're setting them up for failure. They cannot
yeah.
cross. They cannot cross immediately. They have to check back on their strong foot. You can't have an inverted left back or right back. It doesn't make any sense because you have to check back
I've
every
never
time you
been a
cross.
fan. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, no,
it's stupid.
absolutely not.
It's so hopefully we don't see that. But other than that, I think we should win the two games. We should win against Hull City and Ipswich, but we also have to be very careful that there is a huge undercurrent of anti-Carrick. Don't forget, right? You know that there's still a lot of anti-Carrick. There's the anti-Carrick guys are hiding in plain sight. They're
They should
pretending.
bump Rihanna's last record. That's what they should do.
No, no,
They
no.
need some
In
good
fact,
music. They need some
in
good
fact,
anti music.
in
This is
fact,
what they need.
we're gonna clip this, but I can smell from other major YouTubers and all that. I
Right.
know. I heard the rhetoric before Carrot got permanent. Oh, we need Nagelsmann. Oh, we need Tuchel. Oh, we need Ancelotti. He has no experience in Europe. Yada yada yada. Then everyone got quiet when Nagelsmann got dog walked in the World Cup
Mm,
and Tuchel benched Kobe the entire World Cup. Then everyone got quiet, and then especially after we
right.
made the Champions League, no one could. But trust me, these guys are on the sideline and they're waiting. They are
It,
waiting for Carrick to slip up to bring the knives out. Like, oh, I told you, I told you. I'm telling you, man. That's a culture, man.
it's pretty
To your,
ridiculous.
yeah, that's a
I've
culture.
seen
But that's a culture. That's a culture.
I've
That's
seen
a
it
toxic
though. I've
culture.
seen it. Yeah, it is. It is very toxic, and some folks that you actually expect better from, or you expect
Mhm.
that because of how much they've watched the game and they know the game, they should be able
Yeah,
to read the game better. But you see
yeah,
folks jumping on rhetoric, like
yeah,
negative, because negative news sells, right? It's like
yeah. Of
wildfire.
course.
You
Yeah.
see stoke people's fear. Like
Hmm.
after I'm sure there are a lot of people talking about the last AC Milan, the game that we lost, and say, we're not ready. Oh, I saw a post before the game even ended. Someone has already posted that United lost and posted some long epistle about how we didn't give Amorim enough
The time.
time.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
like,
stupid, man.
what are you
It's
talking
stupid, bro.
about? We moved
Man.
ahead. Like I know
Yeah,
that
it's
will
stupid.
get views. I know that it's a
Yeah,
nice soap
yeah.
opera kind of story. But I think there's a difference. Some of us were here to inspire. We're here to communicate history of the club and get us juiced up and get the good vibes going to back the team.
Yeah.
I think some other folks are just trying to be popular, and that's fine too. But
Mhm. But the
it's
thing is,
different.
also to your point, right? Like you have these clowns, United fans. I don't know if they're United fans or they're bots trying to like sow like a
I think they're
discord,
Russian bots, bro.
Russian Russian bots.
Russian
But
bots and
but
Liverpool
but
fans.
but if like I personally I stopped supporting Amorim after the Newcastle game. I think that was when he played a black he played a back four. He put Dogo on the right wing. He had the best game of his United career. Then against Wolves, he went back to a back three. He put Dogo as the left back again, and we drew 1-1. That's when I was like, okay, this guy is stubborn. His head is hard. He wants to do it his way. I was like, no, I'm done.
And what
But
he
the thing
said in
is,
the press conference, they were like, "Why did you change?" And he was like,
yeah,
if I kept what walked, people would say that I probably didn't know what I was doing initially, so he has to go back." I'm like, "What are you
that's
talking about?"
crazy.
At
That's
that point, I knew he
crazy.
was lost. He had
Yeah,
allowed people
the
now
media.
start messing with him mentally. I'm like,
Exactly,
you can't
exactly.
do that as
Bro,
United
yeah.
boss. Yeah.
Why would you go back to something that's not working? It doesn't make any sense. Like that's not it's a human, like we as humans just
Uh,
have like we don't most humans don't go back to something that isn't working. That's how we survive. That's how we evolve. That's why we're still here. Because we try something, it's not working. We go try something else, it's working, and then we continue down that path. We don't go back to what's not working. So we just basic survival instinct. And that's where
mm,
I was like, I'm done with this guy. But my point is, we have a manager now that we should truly get behind. We don't need a song.
yeah.
We don't need a song. We don't need a song. We don't need a chant. We just need to
We
support him.
do.
I mean,
I have some in the works.
oh, no, I think they have a song, the song with like, it's Carrick,
Carrick, you know, we need a new
yeah,
one though.
can't
We
believe
need
it's
a
not
remix.
Scholes. Yeah,
We need a
but I
remix.
think,
We need to hit up
yeah,
Timberland for a remix.
yeah, this is the manager that we need to get behind. This is the manager that we need to get behind because obviously we had talking about Scholes. Scholes wasn't supporting him. Nicky Butt, uh, um,
Roy Keane.
Keane, Roy Keane. We
All
had
of
a lot
them
of big
actually.
players.
It's just the other side, the younger, not the, most of the squad of '92, the team of '92, whatever they call them. Most of them
Yeah,
did not support Carrick.
class
It's the
92. Yeah.
generation below class of
After, yeah,
'92,
yeah.
the
I didn't hear
Rio
Beckham. Yeah,
generation. They're
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
ones
yeah.
that really battered.
Rio is a big character.
Yeah,
He's a
yeah.
big
Rio G
insider.
Swim Park,
Yeah, Houston Park. Yeah,
all of them. You know, yeah,
Yeah,
ever,
Boba Top. Yeah.
yeah.
I
Those
didn't hear
guys, you know,
Beckham kind of kept his nose clean. He didn't really get down with.
I mean,
He didn't
he
really.
saw David Beckham. What do you expect?
Yeah, I know, right? He's a
You know,
businessman. But
levels have changed.
yeah, but this season is a season where we cannot allow people to become toxic after losing one game. Because guess what? We're gonna lose a game. We're gonna go on a losing streak. It's gonna happen. But we have to give the man time to 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 get more players in here because we still have some legacy players like the Maguires, the Shaws, the low legacy player. Who else? Who else is a legacy player that you would say? Obviously
I
Fernandez is a
mean,
legacy
Bruno, of
player.
course.
Bruno, of course,
Um,
but he's not a problem. He's still. I think we could still get another
right.
2 good years out of him. Um,
Well, the major elephants in the room legacy players, honestly, Marcus Rashford. I don't
yeah,
know
yeah,
how that's going to
yeah,
work. Like,
yeah, yeah.
how do you think he's going to play Rashford? Is he going to be the Joker? Which I've been saying this for a while
Hmm.
that the major problem with us is we have no Joker. You know, even last
Yeah,
season with
yeah,
Sesko, that's really all
yeah,
we had.
yeah. Trust.
Maybe every now and then when Ahmad became fit again, maybe you tossed it Ahmad, but there was no like center forward goal threat Joker. So maybe Rashford becomes that person, or do you see him actually starting, in the first 11?
I don't think he's gonna start. I don't think he's gonna start next Sunday. I think um Doggo is gonna start and Luke Shaw because I think from this game it exposes Luke Shaw has a lot of weaknesses to track back. And I think to get an additional defensive presence, Carrick will go with Dogu on the left wing because Dogu will still be able to track back. He might be able to play like a modified wing back role,
Yeah,
cover space for Luke Shaw. That's what I would do. I
right.
wouldn't put Rashford there because Rashford's strength is not. I mean, he's a forward, right? So he's not gonna be Mister Defensive 101. But
Yeah,
I think Dogu having a better sense of what it takes to be a left back will be able to track back to help Shaw on the left. And also Dogu was having a good game as a winger right before his injury. Like what are we talking about? What are we talking
yeah. No,
about? Like
he's
yeah,
been
he
looking
was
pretty good through
yeah, he's having a
preseason
good
as
game.
well.
Like
So
yeah, so
he's a
I think that's a
force. Like when
hmm
he holds the ball, it's like he just bulldozes his way forward.
hmm
Like, yeah,
yeah,
no, I agree with
yeah.
you. I think he's going to start. The middle, though, the middle of the park is, I guess, based off who's fit and who is not, who's still working on fitness and sharpness. It's kind of obvious
hmm
who we start. But as the season goes on, though, like who do
Yeah.
we see as the final 11? Because you
I think
have
I
Kobe
think
in
if
there, have Telemans.
no, I think Kobe's not gonna start because he's not up to match fitness. I think it's
No,
going
but I'm
to be
saying
AJ.
long term, like as
Or
the
long
season
term,
progresses, like what's our final 11 more or less? That's a good headache to have though. That's the
uh,
coach, that's Gaffer.
wow. Let's see. Yeah.
Because they just and we're still talking about three more new signings coming in, which I guess they'll be
Yeah.
more or less backups in case something happens.
Yeah.
But
I think
currently,
that's a good game. I think Cunha.
Sesko also presents the opportunity for you to play both Cunha and maybe a
Oh,
Telemans because he can play nine, and I don't even know, bro. I was gonna
Cunha
say he
can
can
play
play
nine.
nine and
Cunha can play nine. And Mbeumo is doing a better job as a false nine than Cunha.
well,
And Mbeumo is doing a better job.
they can. Wait, how do you know? First of all, he just played one game against AC.
Yeah, but
He played
um,
number nine, multiple
it,
games last season.
Mbeumo had better games in the preseason.
No, I agree. I guess
And
what I'm
and
saying is
and Cunha at Wolves, he was mainly a 10. He was mainly a 10. He was never like a nine.
right,
But Mbeumo at Brentford was a winger, a left winger, a striker, and a right side.
right.
Yeah. So he just yeah.
So
I
how would
think
that setup look?
I think Cunha might chop some bench, bro. I think Cunha might chop some bench. He may come on.
God damn.
He might be the Joker in the waves.
Yes, honestly,
He might be the
right.
Joker. He might be because here we know right. Last thing we know that Mbeumo and Ahmad has something special. They have
Right.
something special going on. We know that. Afcon kind of broke that up. They didn't come back the same. I don't know
Mm,
what happened to them over there. So here's how I see it. Right now, I'm seeing Mbeumo as number 9, Dogu as number 11. I mean, Dogu as the left wing, Ahmad as right wing, right?
mhm.
Then we have Bruno, obviously, in the middle. We have um, Telemans and we have Santos. Left back, unfortunately, we still got to go with Luke Shaw. Then we have Heaven and
Maguire,
Maguire.
right?
And then right back we have man. I think he's gonna go with Dolo. I would go with
Yeah, of
Dolo.
course. I mean, he's
I would go
your
with Dolo.
vice captain.
Yeah,
Like,
I'll go with Dolo. So that's how I
of
see it.
course.
That's how I see it.
Yeah, I
That's how I
agree.
see
I
it.
agree.
That's how I see
And
it. I
I agree
think
with
Cunha
your
will come on the
points.
bench.
I agree with your point of the relationship between Konya and Ahmad. I also saw flashes of a relationship brewing between, sorry, relationship between Mbeumo and Ahmad. I saw flashes
Mhm.
of a relationship brewing too between
Yeah, yeah. They're
Mbeumo
talking.
and Drogu as well.
Sure. Okay,
Because some
okay.
of the goals during there was this goal that Mbeumo scored, right? It was through the left. And I saw
Hmm.
flashes of that during the later stages of the AC Milan game between him and Rashford. So I don't
Yeah.
know if the instructions he's been given. It seems as if he's been given instructions to help advance the play through the flanks, where you have him and the other white player overlapping with each other.
Yeah.
And imagine
Exactly.
you can't stop them,
Exactly.
Mbeumo Ahmad or Mbeumo
Yeah.
Drogo or
Cause
Rashford.
guess what?
Like you
Cause
can't
guess what? They
stop
can
that
all
interplay.
switch. Yeah, they can
Yeah,
all
exactly.
switch. They can all switch. They can
So
all switch. They don't have to play like Dogo don't have to play. He scored a crazy goal for Denmark on the right
I saw that. Yeah,
during the war. Yeah, like so they could swap. They could swap. I mean,
yeah.
it's gonna be. I'm not worried about the forwards this year. I'm not like previous year before. Remember we only scored like 44 goals.
Oh my, yeah, that was
Um,
terrible, bro.
that was a worst, like really. And then I think what last season we had 3 guys with 10 each. 30, that's 30 already. And then I think uh um Casemiro with 9. Like I'm not worried about
Yeah,
goals. It's just that our we need with Sheshko not coming on there, coming on, not being like fully fit.
yeah,
We need to put our best offensive players, and Mbeumo is a better offensive player scoring, i.e., scoring goals than Cunha. Cunha is more like,
right.
attacking, passing, dribbling, creating, holding up the ball, stuff like that. But yeah, yes, he scored a worldie against Arsenal, but we can't just be sidetracked by one goal. I think Mbeumo is a better goal threat. He scored 20 goals in the Premier League. He scored
Yeah,
20 goals. Was it all comps for Brentford? or was it in the Premier League? I think it was all comps for
Mm.
Brentford. Yep.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. Totally agree. I just feel I think the last time we played him on the left, on the right, and Cunha attacking, I think Ahmad was injured or something, so
Okay.
he had
Yeah.
to play on
Yeah,
that,
and yeah, I
something
think
like
Ahmad
that.
is gonna have a breakout. I think Ahmad is gonna have a breakout year too. I think Ahmad is gonna
Yeah.
have a breakout year. I think he's gonna have a breakout year. I think he's gonna have a
So
serious breakout year.
it sounds like you're not worried about the AC Milan loss. Then I know I'm not.
No,
I
no, I'm
mean,
not.
because
No, no,
we're just trying to
absolutely.
get minutes in.
Yeah,
Players were,
yeah.
and at the
That's
whole
that's
90 minutes, those players that played 90 minutes. If we wanted to chase that game, he should have subbed all of those guys out and
yeah,
put in fresh players. But
yeah,
Yoro
yeah.
was on the bench
Yeah, he
through
was
and
on the
through.
bench.
So
Zirkzee,
he
I
wanted
think
Maguire. Yeah, exactly.
Zirkzee was on the bench. People, and that's because I don't want to come off as player FC and only talking about Zirkzee, but Zirkzee could have easily created something out of nothing in that AC Milan game. Literally, he's playing against Syria opponents, which we forget that he was in the Syria
Yeah.
team of the year, his last year
Mm.
with Bologna. He could have easily created because him and Mbeumo also are creating. They have some nice chemistry too. Zirkzee and
Yeah.
Mbeumo, they're having some nice chemistry. So there's a Mbeumo is gonna be crazy this year, man. Crazy. I mean,
Yeah.
with the exception of Haaland, because he's a golden boot, like he has won like the golden boot, not golden boot, but the Premier League golden boot.
Right.
He's the only striker right now that I could say will definitely score, probably score more goals than Mbeumo. But I think Mbeumo will easily be top two, top three goal scorers in the Premier League, but without a doubt.
Well, Pep is gone now, so he technically counts on dude,
Exactly.
man. I
Exactly.
mean,
There's no guarantee. There's no guarantee. We'll see. We will see.
just
I mean,
just reading
we could check.
just
Mm.
reading the charts, and Michael from the Red Devils DC group literally says, "I wonder how small the crowd that the empty hard will be without Pep,
Mm. That's
like
funny.
during the new season." Like,
Mm.
yeah.
Mm.
So yeah, I asked in the group if we are ready this season. Well, personally, after the AC Milan game, we look pretty good. I mean, we're just trying to get uh, the fitness of the players up. The attacking players don't look like they're like ready to chop
Yeah,
someone's head
attacking
off.
players ready.
So
Yeah, attacking.
uh,
I'm more worried about the defensive
yeah.
players.
So we have some responses here. So Amy says, "I'm forever optimistic. Yes, we are ready. Ready to support the team, good and bad. That's something we are all good at. Up the effing Reds." Let me try to read some of this. Adam says, "I think this schedule is extremely helpful. Some of the Reds are barely back from World Cup. Starting with two promoted teams is almost like two additional friendlies. We obviously shouldn't treat it that way, but it's a great opportunity to start players in form, get out ahead, and then get some other players some minutes." Emma is like, "I'm always ready. Time for my endless optimism to annoy some of you grumpy C words." Yes, you can quote that directly. Emma's trying to get us banned.
Oh.
um, Amy she said, "Can we get down on the t-shirt, please?" Duncan is like, "We're going to win the treble."
Mm.
I think that's about it. Yeah, yeah. Thank you guys for interacting with us. Predictions, Patrick.
Predictions.
Predictions for all.
I think. Oh, right. I think 3-1, man. 3-1 United. Mbeumo, Ahmad goal scorers. I don't know who the third
Nice.
goal scorer will be. I think Bruno Mbeumo and Ahmad will score.
Are you
3-1. Call.
concerned through preseason? Are you concerned by our inability to keep a clean sheet? Because that's at least one
Mm,
theme I've seen almost throughout almost all of our games. We've conceded
mm,
consistently. And I don't know if we're going to carry that on into the season. Personally, I hope I'm wrong, but it feels like the kind of season that we might concede or score a shit ton of goals anyway, so it doesn't
Yeah, but
matter.
that works against lower opposition, but it won't work well against like the top
Right.
6 clubs. I have to try it. Yeah, I used to believe in they score 5, they score 3, we score 5, but that
The
doesn't
Real
work all the
Madrid
time.
way, the
Yeah, that doesn't
Galacticos
work.
way.
Yeah, that doesn't work all the time. Like I said, I think we need a new center back. Man, talking about center backs, bro, we didn't even talk about the Ligt.
I did. No, initially I was
You did?
like, the Lids, we don't know
Oh,
the status of these players, right? The
oh
Lids,
wow, I completely
Sheshko,
forgot.
and
Yeah.
Mount.
Oh man.
Those are
Oh man.
our starting
Okay.
11 kind of
Okay, I
players
didn't hear you.
that we
Okay,
just
okay,
don't know
yeah.
what's up with
Yeah,
them. But yeah,
completely. I
I mean,
completely.
you've at this point, I'm sure you're starting to forget how he even looks because it's been so long since we've seen him.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I think I put him in the same boat as Mason Mount. Like, these players
Yeah,
get injured, they're out for 4 months. 4 months is almost half the Premier League season. Like, you forget, then they got to come back. They need another month to build up. So that's really 5 months,
yeah.
5.5 months. So it's just like, I completely forgot about Delit. I completely forgot about Delit, like completely. And I
Honestly,
know he's been back. I know he's been back in training, but that's what happens, man. Like out of sight, out of mind. Like we gotta go to battle with the people that we have, and like we just gotta support the club and like support the manager. Now, this is a manager that I can come get behind and support. So like I said, the people are out with the knives, man. But what's your prediction?
yeah. Look, it will not be united if folks are not out with their knives. But we got to try them though.
I know, right?
Predictions for
Nice one.
all. Yeah, we got go to battle with the Tridents. I
Uh-huh.
think 3-0, man. Let's get
Okay,
the
yeah.
season off
Yeah, yeah. A
on
banging note, yeah. We gotta bang these guys.
expansive
And I
win
think,
and a clean sheet,
and guess what? I think we can beat City because no one expected Carrick to beat City with Pep. I think City is vulnerable.
bro.
I'm not, I'm
Right?
not, I'm not seeing the scoreline right now for the Arsenal for the Community Shield, but I think
Yeah.
City is vulnerable. We could have a clean. We
Two
could go.
nil at halftime.
Who's
Arsenal.
up?
Ahead.
I told you, man. Yeah, Arsenal's no joke, bro. People laughing at Arsenal. I've been telling people Arsenal. You can't come fourth. You can't come second. Coming second times. Coming second 4 times in a row is not it's not a fluke.
Yeah.
It's not a fluke.
Yeah.
You are more consistent than everyone else around you. It's just a matter of time until you become number one. So Arsenal,
Yeah.
that's why they probably don't have space for Lewis Kelly or whatever his name is. You know, they have they
Well,
have they they have a unit that they are ready to go ahead and dominate the Premier League or win. And I think they're gonna win the Champions League sooner rather than later. So that's the model. That's the rebuild
well,
model. Mm,
the question for the major question for me is at least how can you sustain it? You've come second to your point 4 times. Your squad, the same, and that's what I was telling the Arsenal folks the other time. The same squad you used for that, they're aging out. They have
mm,
probably maxed out their outs. They're running the curve of their prime right now. So can
mm.
you sustain it? A great philosopher once said, everyone's talking about getting a mill, but who's talking about who still has one? That's Dave. If you guys listen to Dave, everybody's talking
Seriously, man.
about copying $1 million for. Nobody talks about. All right, after you get the million, can you keep it though?
Can you keep
Can
it?
you
Yeah, that's
in
true.
a year you still have 1 million? But yeah, my point is, I mean, this season will tell. If they're gonna win anything else, they should win it again this season or next season.
Yeah,
After that, they have
yeah.
to go back to the drawing board more or
Oh,
less.
yeah,
But that's
yeah,
fine because we're winning the season. So they should go back to the
yeah.
number 2 position that they love so much.
Well, I'm not scared about City. I'm not scared about Chelsea. I'm not scared about Liverpool just because they're in transitions, right? So they're going with new
Yeah.
coaches, new culture, and like I'm not scared. The main competition will be Arsenal. I'm not scared, but that's why I think we could beat City after the Everton game because we still have that chemistry. We still have that. If you maintain that momentum from last season, man, all bets are off, man. All
No,
bets are off.
100%.
Yep.
100%.
But
Yeah,
hey, man, yep.
we're looking
Good
forward to
show, man.
that. You're gonna be as soulless for the first game.
I'll try to be.
It's
Probably,
pretty
yeah.
early in the morning.
Yeah, I'll try to
Yeah,
be. I'll see. I'll see. I don't know.
that's what's
I'll
up.
see what
Well,
I
shout
feel.
out to Solus. Shout
Yeah,
out
so Souls, man.
to the family down there. I know that folks are already eager to get back to our own little home Trafford in Southwest Washington DC.
Yeah.
So yeah, looking forward to that too as well.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. So
it's
thanks
been,
for it's been real, man. I guess you'll do some vlogging when you go to the game.
yeah. I'm looking forward to Manchester, man. I can't
Yeah.
literally wait.
Don't stay in
Absolutely,
don't stay in your hotel.
absolutely not, bro.
That's an
I'll
inside joke.
be.
That's an inside joke.
Absolutely not, man. I'll be at Old Trafford consistently. Actually, oh, talking about Old Trafford, the new plans. They're proposing a little watch area within the new stadium for the fans called the paddock. Like it's going to
Okay.
have like a what they call it, like an open space with like food and drinks
Okay.
on in the stadium, which is pretty nice because the current Old Trafford is like jam packed when you go to grab drinks and the
Exactly.
bites. Like everyone's just
Yeah.
packed. So it's nice that
Okay.
they created this little area specifically for the fans to just hang out,
Okay.
before, during, and after the game. That's
Okay.
nice. But yeah, to your point, yeah, I'm looking forward to Manchester. That's it. 2 games though, still 2 games left. We should figure out a live, probably go live for Manchester, man. We'll see how that goes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Anyway,
All
guys,
right.
thank you for tuning in. For me and Patrick, it's been the Red Devils District. We will catch you guys soon. Keep the fates flying, keep the red flags flying high,
Yep.
and it's gonna be a great season.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be. I've never looked forward. I had so much angst with the Amorim season. Like it's the complete opposite. I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking
Yeah,
forward to this a lot. Yeah.
same here,
Amazing day.
same here. All right, we'll
All
catch
right,
you guys
guys.
next time. It's been a pleasure.
All right.